Okay.
Hey, I'm Jacob, and this is a short video essay on where I'm at in life right now. Growing up, I inherited blueprints for life. With each passing year, I reached a new milestone and accepted the next challenge. At 5 years old, I started going to school. At 8 years old, I was baptized. And at 16, I got my license. At 18, I went to college, and at 19, I served a mission. And I remember my mom called me and said, we got your missionary letter. And a lot of people go home and get a big group of friends together and stuff. And I didn't really want to do that. I just wanted to open it myself. So I was at BYU, so I drove home right when she told me. I just skipped the rest of classes and went and opened this and read it in front of my mom and dad. It said, you were assigned to labor in the Greece-Athens mission. I was like, whoa. When I got home, milestones weren't tied to an age, but there was still an undercurrent of expectation, an acceptable age range to accomplish certain things. Moments of personal decisions entered my life, but not in a way that allowed absolute freedom, simply a list of acceptable options. In the following years, university, marriage, starting a career, starting a family, and buying a home were the expected milestones. After that, you lived in the home, you raised the family, you worked the job, and you give to the community and society for 40 years. Then if you're lucky, you might travel, rest, and sell off into the sunset. 1998 would have been the beginning of 1999. Here it is. My blessing, my mom and dad. My dad gave me at church when I was born. Blessed me that I will love other people. That one worked, I think. Have friends that I can turn to. Nice. Here we go.
I'm engaged.
From childhood through most of my adult life, this made sense to me. Most of the time, I felt comfortable and safe. I had no expectations of doing anything different. But gradually, things changed. As I lived in new places, read books, and traveled the world, my mind became restless. I started to consider other options. For the first time in my life, I let myself wonder, what if what I was taught wasn't 100% true? What's crazy is that I never fully allowed myself to think this before. Something ingrained in me told me it was fine to learn and to interpret and to justify, but never to doubt. Doubt was something you avoided the way you avoid running into the street. Doubt was wrong, silly, and scary. But immediately after allowing myself to think this way, I wasn't scared. I was happy. I felt like a true student of life instead of a naive circus animal. Practically none of my day-to-day actions changed, but the why behind them drastically did, and it has made such a difference. So now what? I guess that's the question I'm still trying to figure out, and why I'd love for you to come on this journey with me. Regardless of where you come from, there are social or familial expectations and guidelines. It can feel scary to step out of these systems, but I've found it's the moment before stepping out that's the scariest. The first step is like a breath of fresh air or a long exhale. One of the most beautiful things I've found so far is that nothing has to change, but everything can. I have kept many values and habits and beliefs, even though they don't come from an ultimate source of truth anymore. When nothing matters, anything can. And the personal meaning you give something becomes more sacred and special than an outside source could have ever given it. Every day I'm finding new things to keep, refine, or drop, and on top of that, I'm reassigning the why behind it all. It's a lot of work, but it's important and it's meaningful, and because the consequences don't feel eternal, it's kind of silly and fun too. I'm all for systems. They're cozy and they give me purpose and direction. But when you step outside of a system, it's hard to do anything but look around each corner and wonder what is beyond. A new curiosity can't be stopped. I'm dying to give this curiosity all the energy it craves. There are so many things to learn, explore, and get lost in. That's what this new season of life is all about. Welcome to season 1.